Rebecca here with Fibers and Floss. Welcome back to A Stitcher's 12 Days of Christmas. Today is day number 6. Thank you so much for tuning back in. This series has been a lot of fun, although it leaves me itching to do a regular floss tube, so I may film one of those this week as well. If you're new here, I'll just put a playlist in and it will explain everything on day number 1. If you are new, do go back and watch that day number 1 because there is an exclusive free pattern, something that I had designed, and that PDF is available as a download in the description box of day 1 for Stitcher's 12 Days of Christmas. So don't miss out on that. That's a very nice pattern. I really enjoyed stitching it. I had a lot of fun with the 3 different borders, and there's a few people that have actually completed it as well and are sharing it on Instagram. So if you are stitching this, make sure you use the hashtag a Christmas gathering, and that way we can follow your progress as well. Okay, so day 6. I do like to start out with an advent for you guys, and so I have it right here. We'll give it an open and see what it is today. Okay, so 2 things. One thing will be a giveaway, so stay tuned for that. And there's a prompt for you as well. The prompt reads, "Let's get busy. It's time to gather your supplies to work on an ornament or a decoration. It can be a cross stitch, it can be felted, beaded, it can be dried oranges, it can be an orange and clove ball or popcorn strands, whatever you like, any ornament you choose to work on. So go ahead, put on some Christmas music, settle in for an evening of fun, and let's make an ornament together." While you're making an ornament, please share your progress on Instagram. Please use hashtag A Stitcher's 12 Days of Christmas so we can all see what you're making. I'm also going to make an ornament as well. I do have a couple different ones on the go, and I'd like to probably wrap up 2 of them and maybe fully finish them. So if you come back for day 7, hopefully I'll be able to share those with you. Okay, now on to our advents. My commercial advent is Reflets de Soie. It has been an interesting experience so far. Today we'll open December the 10th and December the 11th. So let's see what's in those boxes, shall we? So I've taken them out today. I'm a little bit more organized, the 10th and the 11th. So for the 10th, which is also a nice thin package, just like the previous day. No idea what it could be. Oh, okay, it's like a postcard. Everything in this box is this theme, which is funny for the advent. You think it might be the Christmas theme. I know I did see a Christmas theme tin they had posted and some Christmas needle minders and cards and stuff like that. So I'm kind of surprised their advent they chose to do this, but that's okay. It's a beautiful pattern. I love it. This is like a little blank postcard, so you can fill that out, pop it in the mail as a thank you, or a little note to a stitcher that you appreciate. Okay, day 11. Let's see what's in here. It's hard and small. Okay, they're little stitch cards. This is the same, I don't know the name of this pattern. My guess would be maybe Louisa Barney, but I'm not 100% sure. There's a little cow on there, do you see that? It's so cute. So these cards are not punched. You have to punch your own little hole and you can use them as floss drops. So I'll add that to my collection. There's probably about, well, there's actually not that many here. There's only 5 cards, so just a few. Very small project. Monochromatic maybe. Okay, so I'm also doing a custom curated advent, and so today I have day number 10. Well, it looks, it's fine. In my mind, on my screen, this is completely backwards. It says number 1. But I'm also coming off 2 days of work and, you know, I'm tired, so there's that. And then there's December the 11th as well. So we'll go ahead and open the 10th of December. I used less tape this time, so it'll be less noisy for you guys. Okay. Except maybe it's wrapped a little too tight. There we go. All right, so today is a pattern. Let me just slip it out of the sleeve for you. This is Dorcas Haynes. Do you guys all know this pattern? Look at that. Is that focusing there for you? They're doing construction next door today, so I hope it's not too noisy for you. If it is, I apologize. So Dorcas Haynes is a beautiful pattern. It's by Scarlet Letter. Somebody at the attic, can't think of who it was, but she is stitching this. And when I watched the video, the flosstube from the attic, I thought to myself, I need to stitch that because it offers so much to a stitcher. There are the techniques that are used in this pattern. There's quite a few different ones. I think it does say here, stitches in this magnificent piece are cross stitches, double running, counted satin, queen, detached buttonhole, closed herringbone, double diagonal stitch, eyelet, Parisian, Florentine, bullion knots, and tent stitch. Recommended for advanced needleworkers. I hope I'm advanced enough for it. On 32 count, and it will measure 12.5 by 17. You know, as with all pictures, this picture just does not do it justice. I'll see if I can find the attic video and I'll link it for you guys, because she was stitching the row of acorns. You can't even really tell, but this little row right here and here are acorns. And see if it will focus there for us. And they are just gorgeous in real life. I mean, in this picture, they don't look like anything special, but you should just see the video. They were stunning enough where I thought, I need to definitely stitch that. This here, Dorcas Haynes, is from the collection of the Fitzwilliam Museum in 1720. It's a symmetrical, balanced, counted thread sampler in its charted form. It's also one of the most satisfying yet challenging and beautiful samplers in the world. Originally stitched on a fine wool ground, the colors have been matched to the somewhat faded soft tones visible on the front. The wide pattern band reflect popular designs of the previous century, while the more rectangular shape of the sampler is an 18th century characteristic. The sampler descended in the family of the maker until 1950, when it was acquired by the museum. So we know some facts about Dorcas Haynes. She was a Quaker, born in Bermondsey, Middlesex, in 1710. To Thomas and Hannah Haynes. She married Richard Adam in 1729. The patterns and the motifs associated with the later 18th century Quaker samplers were not yet developed at the time Dorcas Haynes stitched her sampler. And then it goes on to speaking about the types of stitches. So this I'm really, really excited for. I think I can show you this page just to give you an idea here. So this is their thread list, but there's a picture of the original, and directions like this are on every single page of this pattern. So it's not, pick up, stitch and a go. It is definitely a pick up. Consider your process, your approach, which one you're going to start with, and then really looking into the design of the actual stitch. Let me just show you here. Cover this part up. Sorry, get something bigger. This is really neat and I want to show this to you. So this is just a couple pages in. Like, look at all that direction. It might scare off some stitchers, right? But I think, really, if you can stitch, you're all capable of stitching something like this. It literally is following a direction. It's very simple. We all learned to cross stitch, right? Up one hole, down another, come back up, make your X. Super simple. And when you start looking at some of these other stitches, they may have, instead of 2 steps to them, they may have 4 or 6 or 8 steps, and that's okay. Just break it down, work through it, and you can stitch it. So although I don't know what all the specialty stitches are, I can definitely learn them. And this book, the directions in here are fantastic. And if you're ever stumped, there's always YouTube and stuff like that. That's quite easy. So, to really learn new stitches and new techniques, right? So very, very excited about this piece. I will link that video below. Do go check it out because I think it's absolutely stunning piece that she's working on. It's a lot of time I talked about that. We're on to December the 11th. I'll spend a lot less time talking about this one. How's that? This one's very fun. So this is a set of glass head pins by Tulip. And this was ordered by through Embroidery Marketplace, sorry. Let's see if I can just open this up. Sure, it's what you guys all want to watch, is me opening a package. Doing a lot of that today. Okay, so Tulip, if you haven't got them before, they come in all these like one pack, in a pack, in another secured pack, in a glass tube. So I don't know if you guys can see that okay there, but they are glass head needles. And I think they'll look really, really pretty in, I have a couple of biscornios that I'm getting close to finishing, and I think they'll look really pretty in there. And it's funny because when I had looked online, they did look more like a translucent glass, and you can tell here that they're not really all that translucent. They're definitely like a white with like a red, and then the other ones have almost like a purple mauve on the top. So nonetheless, they're gorgeous. They look beautiful. Love Tulip. They'll be good. Okay, so I want to follow up with the other day. I had a giveaway on day 3, and because I'm pre-recording these, I have a hard time being able to announce the winner on my next episode because I may have already filmed my next episode. Anyways, long story short, day 3, I was giving away a Reflets de Soie little kit. And so this is a tin, and inside the tin, there was a few things. So there's a needle minder, there's a little, like a secondary tin, and then there's about 20 cards as well in there. Okay, so I put that up as a giveaway. Our keyword was pear, and the winner is Sandra Grastock 6377. So if that is you, please send me an email to fibersandfloss@gmail.com, and I'll be able to pop that in the mail to you right away. I do have to just kind of figure out how I'm going to mail it to you because we have our strike, but I think I should be able to just pop it in with FedEx or something like that, as long as it's not like $40 to mail that out. Then I may have to just look at a different option, but I'll get it to you very quickly. Okay, so I have another giveaway, but I'm gonna hold on to that for 1 second. First, I'm going to tell you what I've been stitching for the last 2 days, and I wanna just share with you something our family does every year. So my boys and my daughter get very excited to make a Christmas vision board. I did share this on Instagram already, so if you follow me there, this may not be new to you. But what we do is we create a vision board of all the fun things and traditions that we like to do at Christmas. And our kids, you know, I have Post-its that I leave on the counter, and everybody can write what they would like. I asked my daughter to create the board this year, and unfortunately she just didn't have the energy for it, so I created the board this year. But I want to share some of the ideas that we do every year and that the kids have a lot of fun with. Anything we've already completed, we've put a gold star on, and you know, in our home, we're just wrapping up sort of our Christmas prep and shopping this week, and so we'll be able to really focus on some of these more festive activities next week. So some of the Post-it notes, which translate into these little things here, I do have things that we make, and so far we've made our advent calendar, the wreath for the front door, and some popcorn strings for our tree in our basement. And then this one here, these are things to like set up for Christmas. So the Christmas tree on the main floor, our hot chocolate tier, which is my middle child's favorite. So it's like a galvanized metal tier, and we have everything on it you need for making fancy hot chocolate. So you know, you have some syrups, you have marshmallows, we have like, they look like candy cane striped straws, we have some sprinkles, some toppers, and then, you know, we put like a nutcracker and like some Christmas decorations on there, so it just looks really fun on the kitchen counter. Hanging the Christmas lights, the garland on the fire, setting up our stocking stand, things that we're baking. We've already baked some candy cane cookies and some shortbread. Our favorite movies to watch, we've already watched a couple there. I watched 8 Crazy Nights, which our kids absolutely find hilarious, and I watched it for the first time. And it's a terrible, disgusting movie. I would not recommend it. I do not really want them watching it again in the future. I can't, it was a terrible movie. Our other movies on there are more traditional movies, like the Santa Claus, Christmas Vacation, Polar Express, you know, more family movies. There's Christmas with the Cranks, we already watched that. That's one of my favorites. And then into some activities that we're doing down here. So we've already completed our Christmas shopping, and I just have a couple more gifts to wrap. Writing Christmas cards, Christmas puzzles, and we tend to do a Christmas puzzle pretty much constantly throughout the month of December. We always have one laid out on one of our islands, and we just kind of, you know, pick away at them throughout the day, every day. Other to-do activities that we have on here, I'll just read them because some of them might be new for you and fun for you guys to incorporate with your children or your grandchildren. We paint our windows. So just getting some basic like washable craft paint, white, and just some like dollar store brushes. And then we just paint like a village display on our windows in our living room. It's really fun. It's a bit messy of a cleanup and washing it off. My husband did that last year. Thank you, Steve. But we have a lot of fun with it, and it looks really good at night when it's dark outside, and then, you know, it's light inside and you just see all the white lines of the village on the windows. It's a lot of fun. We do a couple like lights out. We do what we call, our last name is Swomey, so we do Swomey Night Live, where on Christmas Eve or the Saturday prior to Christmas, we do our own little version of Saturday Night Live in our basement. So we, you know, play some music and do some acting, you know, just some skits to share, and it's quite a bit of fun. We do a family ice skate where we rent a rink on Christmas Eve every year, and our whole family, extended family, comes out. We have a skate around lunchtime, a quick potluck, and by 2 o'clock we're all back on the road home to do things with other, you know, members of our family. And we have created a new Christmas playlist. Decorating gingerbread houses or gingerbread cookies are really fun for us too, where we'll actually just make a big sheet of gingerbread, and I'll cut like little rectangles or rectangles with like a peaked top or a curved top, and then we'll ice those into like, you know, think of the homes you see in Amsterdam all lined up on the canal. We'll do that style of icing, and it's a lot of fun. And it's pretty basic and easy, but it's fun and it looks good, just white icing on the gingerbread. Hosting friends, random acts of kindness, visiting Santa, Peak of Christmas. So this is a local mountain where you take a gondola up, and they have Peak of Christmas. So they have an outdoor skating rink, Santa Claus is there, you can go up and do skiing and snowboarding. They have a light walk at night. It's just, they've got reindeer up there. It's just fun, like, to go explore for a day. We go sledding, go find the snow and go sledding, and we deliver Christmas cookies to our neighbors every year. So this is really fun. If you have little kids at home, or perhaps, you know, you have grandchildren that are coming over for a few days at Christmas, you can make a little mini board of some fun activities and see what they would like to do. But it's, you know, even for here, for 12 days of Christmas, I take some of these ideas and offer them to you guys, right? And it just helps to build festive spirit with our family and our home. And I'm hoping that that's working for you guys as well. Okay, what I've been working on. If you are a good spire, you'll see what I've been working on. It's on display behind me, but I'll warn you, it's really small. It's right here. I worked on the Just Nan gingerbread candy mouse. And I have to tell you guys, this teeny tiny mouse, which, you know, it is maybe 1.25 inches by 1 inch wide. It's so small. Took me 3 days. 3 days. Look at this mouse. He is so cute. And it calls for this one little green bugle bead. It's supposed to go up here for its hat. And I just finished doing, you see the red gem? The Katie Strachan ornament, and watching some of her beading videos where she talks about, you know, beading it up with all the gems and making it really nice. And I was like, I think the hat needs something more than just a bugle bead, which in the pattern is stuck on only with what do you call those? A sequin pin, like the really, really short flathead pins. And I thought, you're just gonna lose that really quickly. So I ended up grabbing this crystal from my beading kit downstairs and putting that in there. It was really, it's kind of big, but it's really fun. So yeah, it was fun. I'll put a picture in here because while I was stitching it, I thought to myself, you know, this is a candy cane mouse, but it sure looks like a candy cane moth. And it took me 2 days to stitch it. And that stitch and bead. There's a little bit of chronic in there as well. And then it took me to assemble it maybe, so I didn't realize you have to back stitch the entire piece. So that whole moth, you're gonna do a back stitched outline. And then you cut it and you basically do a slip stitch around the whole back stitching to cinch it up into this little like cone that looks like this. I chose to stuff it with walnut shells. And then because on the bottom, the kit comes with a button to finish it, and as well as this little hook for a tail. But with the closing, there is a bit of a space under here, and it does say you will have a bit of a void. So with the walnut shells, I just took like one of those like cotton makeup pads and cut it down, and I filled it with walnut shells, put that makeup pad on top, and then I was able to cinch it closed. Secure the button on top, and then that is what's supposed to keep it weighted, but the walnut shells are heavy enough instead of just a polyfill to hold it. The hanger, gold hanger, was a little bit too large. It calls for a 32 count. I stitched it on a 32 count. Picture this plus. So maybe a 36 count it would measure to, but this hanger did come down like that big. When you look at the pattern, it is kind of level with the top of her head, just like this. But this hanger, if I put it right flat on the bottom, it was quite a bit larger. So I just used some pliers and resized it a little bit there. But it's super cute. It took a lot longer than I thought, but I did really enjoy the process. And although I've never sewed one of these, finished one of these before, it was easy enough to do. So I definitely do recommend it. I would like to order another one and maybe do one a year. I think would be a lot of fun. I do also have the kit for the box as well. So whether or not I may get that done this Christmas, or maybe that's what I'll choose to stitch next Christmas. But it'd be really fun to have all these little Christmas mice. They're super cute and they're very petite. So for the giveaway, that leads me to wanting to do this pattern with you guys. Now, let me just see if I can get it back on here. I think it's gonna fall off. It's a little crooked. See how tiny it is? It's so small, smaller than a spool of thread. So for the giveaway, I want to give away this pattern, or any Just Nan gingerbread mouse that you can find, or I guess it didn't have to be gingerbread, any of the mice series from Just Nan. I think the best way to do this, because this comes as a kit with the hanger and the button and then the gem. This one has the candy cane in the front. I think it's best that whoever wins the giveaway, I'll just order the one they choose from 123 Stitch and ship it to them. There's no sense in me trying to, collect a couple extra beads that are, in here and like restock it and then send it to someone. I think it's cheaper and easier for me just to send it out. So if you are interested in stitching one of these Just Nan mice, please use the code word mice. I was gonna say mouse. Let's use mice. And be a subscriber, be 18, and I will draw for it in a couple videos. We have the hugest bald eagle just flew past my windows. We're in the country and we have a lot of bald eagles here, but it just flew past, wings fully spread, sideways like this. I could see its belly, and they're so big. Like, you think, oh, they're pretty big. Yeah, they're a big bird, but when you see their wingspan, they're a solid like 6 to 8 feet wide. They're massive, and it just flew past the window, so distracted me. We see it often, but it still gets me. Yeah, so keyword mouse. I'll draw for it in a couple videos from now, and we'll go from there. So in terms of plans, I plan on stitching on One Starry Christmas Eve by Brenda Gervais, and the fabric and a couple of the overdyed floss are things I've received in the Advent already this year. So I would like to pull that out and get started on that. So I'll be stitching on that for the next probably 2 days. I think that is all that I have for you guys. I'll see you guys in 2 days, and look for a regular floss tube because I have a lot of information I'm going to share with you. There's another Canada swap sets coming out, and another really big project that I like to get your guys' feedback on. I'm thinking of maybe starting a different venture, doing something. So I'll talk to you guys soon. I hope you have a lot of fun stitching your ornament, and I'll see you in 2 days. Bye for now.